Welcome to the Metaverse. For decades, it's been the stuff of science fiction. Entire virtual worlds. They're not just video games, metaverses are different. And that difference has a lot to do with cryptocurrency. Decentraland. Somnium Space. Cryptovoxels, to name just a few, are all independent metaverses where users trade real money for collectibles, clothes, and even land. Yes, real estate. And those sales are fetching prices that rival the real thing. This beachside plot in Somnium Space went for nearly $80,000. A bustling block in the city centre here at Cryptovoxels, over $230,000. This large estate in Decentraland, $900,000, and that's not the first sale worth over $500,000 in that metaverse. Kathy Hackle is a futurist and consultant for brands interested in entering the metaverse. She's in Washington, DC. I'm in Sydney. We're meeting in Decentraland. She tells me many users see the metaverse as a way to make money.
So users are doing a lot of different things. Sometimes they'll buy land and just hold it. They won't build anything on it. Sometimes they'll start building, building a casino, or building a building, or building a gallery for their crypto art. So there's many different things that they're starting to use for it.
Okay, but how much money can you really make?
I'm making more than I've ever made in a regular job.
Scott Ferguson from San Diego got in early. Now he buys land parcels to sell for a profit on the secondary market.
Right now I have like 17, I think. I started with just one, and the idea was to just buy it and hold on to it for 5 or 10 years and hopefully sell it to some rich person for $100,000 or something. But I ended up putting it up for sale just in case, and it went really quickly.
If this is all ones and zeros on a remote server, what's to stop the land from just being changed or deleted by the metaverse developers? This is where non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, come in. If NFT sounds familiar, it's because people have been spending huge amounts of money on them this year, in the form of things like digital art, tweets, even memes. Simply put, an NFT is a digital certificate that allows you to own something that only exists online. And because it lives on the blockchain, it can't be deleted or tampered with. And NFTs are how metaverses sell land deeds. Now that the technical stuff is out of the way, the fact remains that all things cryptocurrency are pretty risky. Is digital land just another speculative asset?
We have seen a huge rise in the value of these items in the first quarter of this year. We've seen around $2 billion in sales in total in NFTs. This is an increasing trend, comes with a lot of risk as well.
In the real world, Henrik Anderson is Chief Investment Officer at Apollo Capital, a firm that invests in crypto assets.
I think there could be bubbles in some parts of the market. It's been going up a lot in value recently, and crypto markets are very risky. They're very volatile. The prices goes up and can come down a lot as well in price. So one should be careful out there and don't speculate more than you're prepared to lose.
And there's been plenty of volatility this year. Metaverse trade and metaverse currencies, like Decentraland's Mana token, followed Bitcoin's big boom in the first quarter of the year, as well as its great fall in May.
This was tough. It's been extremely difficult. I'm a student. It's been tough to pay attention to classes this last semester that just finished. It was distracting because crypto was going up the whole time, and I never made that much money before. And then the very last week of finals week, it all crashed. So it's like the most stressful week of my life.
But the metaverse isn't just a place for individuals trying to get rich on crypto. Big tech is interested too. Facebook is testing its own metaverse called Horizon, hoping one day friends won't scroll but instead hang out in VR. And Epic, the owners of Fortnite, have been able to get their players to stop shooting each other for an evening and instead go to events like virtual concerts, dance parties, even short film festivals. And some big-name artists are getting in on the act.
Ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back. Horse stock is attached, and
So the Lil Nas X concert in Roblox was very successful, just like the Travis Scott concert in Fortnite, millions of views. The Lil Nas X actually, that concert made, I think, over 7 figures in virtual merchandise. And so you'll start to see more and more bands and singers and celebrities entering these spaces, trying to find kind of new avenues and new ways to connect with their audience.
Epic Games has since raised $1 billion in funding, including $200 million from Sony to take its metaverse ambitions further. But walking around some of these smaller metaverses where people are spending big on real estate, it's hard not to notice that it feels a little empty.
The reality is that we're pioneers, right? All of us that are in these worlds, spending some time in here, we're pioneering. So, just like in the pioneer times, there weren't a lot of people around. I think it's the same situation, but as things progress, as connectivity gets better, we're going to start to see more daily active users.
And what about the visuals? Computer graphics have advanced to near photorealism in recent years, and gamers who already spend a lot of time in virtual spaces have a pretty high bar. Most of these metaverses are pretty basic.
I guess I just tell myself that's part of being in early. I'm hoping it's going to get better. I have every reason to think it will get better as more people get drawn to the space, more money.
Even if unappealing visuals and low population are eventually dealt with, there's still the issue of the sheer number of worlds springing up in the metaverse, all vying for attention and investment. How do you know which is the one people are going to want to go to?
Well, the worst that could happen is that another platform comes along that becomes more popular, and your real estate value will decrease a lot in price.
Yeah, it's a guessing game. There are a bunch of things, crypto-wise and metaverse-wise, where they're not all going to make it.
Investors hoping the millions of dollars flowing into the metaverse spark a big bang and not a black hole.